Okay, got it. All right. Where is Zoom, the Zoom, the Zoom, the Zoom, the Zoom? How do I get back to the video? Video, there we go. No, I wanna do this. Done. Done. Okay. So, something went wrong. Okay. Aha, there we go. All right. All right, so this is another edition of just kind of a brain dump while I drive to try to get some shit out of my brain so that I could open up the channels. Okay, so I thought of a really fun game yesterday. I was doing a yoni steam, and one of the things that came through is I was thinking, I guess it was Monday. I was thinking about my daughter and her actual birthday, and the lighting's gonna be terrible. All right, I'm out of the sun soon. Yeah, and all the birth trauma and how those look very similar to our current in our life patterns. So I'm hoping that we're gonna be able to break some of that shit. Another idea I came up with is, I'm really trying to learn simple ways to teach people how to tune into their own energy, their own anxiousness when they're in the brain, like all that kind of stuff. And so one idea I had is, start with like calling it follow the leader. And the first section is like miming. And so it's me modeling, basically modeling, and then pausing and checking in with a mime. I'll use a few words if I need to, but the person that I'm working with cannot use words. They can use sounds, they can use hand signals, all kinds of, but no words. Basically it's kind of based on when I was training my dog to not pull or just like pay attention or heal, like any of those things. And so my idea is that, God, this is going to be really loud when this catches up with me if I don't get away from them. Okay, so the idea is, all right, we're gonna, walk from here to that distance down there. Park bench a block away, whatever. And the person I'm with, I'm going to say, okay, every time you realize you're in your head or you aren't aware of your surroundings or you're listening to me so closely that you're not really paying attention to anything else, put a finger up or, somehow indicate it's time to pause, and we will pause and take a breath until you feel like fully present again. And I will, after the modeling round, where I don't say anything, then I will do another round. And these are all short, basically until the person has like paused a couple times or we've gotten half a block or whatever. And then I will very gently, and I'm not trying to be the center of their attention. I'm just trying to guide them a little bit towards awareness. And so I might say something like, all right, in the same way you might have soft eyes when you're meditating, not focusing on anything in particular, you're going to have a soft awareness, so that you are bringing into your awareness everything that's in your senses. Oh, you fucking asshole. Not letting me in. So fucking lame. putting me in danger because you've got to go first. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fucking insensitive fucking drivers. Normally, I do not get angry about I do not get angry when people put me in danger or drive like an idiot, but I do yell at them with my horn. But if I feel anger coming up, I'm gonna go ahead and like let it out in a like an appropriate way. So that can be, maybe it's just indicating to me I need to do a little yelling, or I need to, you know, release something somehow. But if I don't get it, I won't let it go on either. I won't like feed it, you know, like try to get mad or anything. Okay, so I'm curious if that alarm sounded through the video. All right, back to the idea. So I will like gently walk them through a meditation, like, all right, so you're going to hear my voice, but it's not the only thing you're paying attention to. Is let it fade into the background if you like. Essentially, listen as if you don't even actually understand my words. It's just your higher self that's listening. What you're also doing is you're noticing what you're smelling. You're noticing, you know, what you're seeing. And you're not necessarily naming them. You're not focusing on them. You're just noticing. And again, if you notice that you're getting into your head, you're thinking, pause, we'll take a breath. And we can pause as many times as we need to. There's no right or wrong. It's just all about tuning into the current moment and what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you feel on your skin. Continue deep breathing. Yeah. I feel like I had some other ideas that went along with that. It's a little bit also of a variation of the flower walk, which isn't necessarily an accurate name. It is in that it's calling attention to some of the stuff we'll be paying attention to, but okay. So another one of the things that I feel like I really need to hear myself say is essentially, like, I should act as an interviewer for a job for myself and ask why I think I have the skills for whatever it particularly is. So say, for example, something like, okay, Heather, why do you feel you are a good representative? You know, you are words. It's like, that's another reason I need to talk out loud, to just like get shit out so that I can start speaking more smoothly. Okay, so Heather, you are wanting to lead a project where you create essentially a hiring agency for young or somewhat unskilled new entrepreneurs, whether they be people who have been kind of figuring it out as they go along as best they can, or without any formal training, or they're just young folks who just don't have any experience yet. My preference is to work with the young folks because they haven't learned a bunch of bad habits yet. I want to be able to teach them what I consider to be the most efficient or smartest or, you know, whatever. Just gonna try my app. Yeah. So Heather, tell me why you are will qualify to create a hiring agency with a variety of departments, essentially. So why am I well equipped and uniquely qualified? One, because I'm a lifelong entrepreneur. Almost every major job that I've had. I have worked in corporate America. I have worked in higher education. I have worked in a startup. Every one of those jobs, as well as many temporary jobs, taught me a huge range of skills that I can pass on to others. One of the skills that I have a great deal of practice in is training, particularly administrative assistance. I even had the opportunity to create a training manual for one of my corporate jobs that was used. I don't know how long it was used for, but it was used for training all administrative staff in multiple states and quite a few different offices. So I was really proud of that. I didn't write it by myself. It was a collaboration, but I had definitely a big hand in it. So the entrepreneur aspect is that I know how to create something from nothing. I know how to identify a need that is not currently being filled. And in this case, one of the needs is a lot of small content creators or coaches or people who, facilitate events, are great at what they want to do, but the administrative tasks often are barriers to them actually doing what they want to do, because either A, they don't know how to do the administrative stuff, or B, they just don't like doing it. So if I could create affordable administrative staff that are available for only a handful of hours a week, if that's what's needed, because most virtual assistants are going to require at least, a certain number of hours per week, and are going to charge much higher rates. So an affordable resource for small businesses, primarily focusing on content creators, event facilitators, that kind of thing. Also, teaching basic, not teaching this, but giving the opportunity and practice for these folks to learn basic editing skills, the back end of YouTube. And so my goal is that these administrative assistants that I'm training will work with me and work with clients for maybe a year or so. It's up to them how long they want to work with me, but ideally at least a year. And when they leave, they will have the skills they need to accurately track their time, invoice their clients, identify what their specific skills are and what they can offer to clients, start to have some sense of how long things might take so that they don't overcommit themselves, teaching them how to schedule their work time so that they keep up with their commitments. And when or if they need to track things for taxes or need to get all legal and everything, how to create a business entity like a pass-through LLC or something like that. So they'll have those basic skills so they can go out and create their own business with their own clients in whatever their particular skill is, because they will have built a lot of basic ones with me. So that's one aspect. Another aspect is I have definitely seen a huge market for pet sitters. And even though there's already lots of other resources for that, what I have not seen is opportunities for people who don't know how to pet sit to learn right off the bat the ideal way to take really good care of your clients, to take really good care of your pet animals, to take really good care of their homes, and not have to learn it all through trial and error, because what most pet sitters seem to do is learn through trial and error, and the error aspect can be really a bummer. And also I want to make it as simple as possible. Again, removing barriers from the opportunity to earn an income in a really flexible way that creates more opportunities for a person. More opportunities in that I see changing locations as an excellent way to tune into your habits and change them if you like. It can be treated essentially as a retreat. You're getting paid and you are responsible for a certain amount of work every day, but the rest of the time is up to you. And most of the homes, particularly for people that I work for, are beautiful. Partly because I charge a higher rate, I'm not going to I'm not going to get hired by people who live in terrible areas or have really gross houses. And if they did, I just wouldn't accept the job. Let's see. So removing barriers, minimizing the trial and error aspect, making it as easy as possible for them to figure out what they need to pack, what they need to take with them. And really, I'm going to market to folks with like chronic illness. I know a lot of them feel like they can't really do a whole lot, but this is something that you can kind of work up to. It doesn't require a ton of you. And I really think that the reason why so many folks with chronic illness, I think I took the wrong turn. I better check my where I'm going. A lot of folks with chronic illness are afraid to try anything because they just aren't sure that they're going to be able to keep their commitment. And so I want to remove some of that fear for them. Maybe this is my turn. I don't know. I'm going to check. This is not. I am going to check the look at Google Maps right now. Okay. Oh, that's fine. I'm on the right track. Okay, now I think I've made it difficult for myself. Okay. All right. Removing barriers. That's a big part. Also, to start with, I can provide some of the services through my administrative staff. Like if they don't have to learn how to do their invoices and stuff immediately. That's the kind of stuff that I can take care of them, and I'll just keep a portion of their bill rate. I also am nearly at the point where I have more clients than I'm going to be able to really put on my own calendar all the time. And so I need some backup people that I trust to actually provide the same level of service that I would, so that I don't have to be concerned that they are going to affect a relationship that I have with one of my clients by providing poor service. Let's see. So yeah, pet sitting. And there's a whole bunch of ideas underneath that too, like offering special services. Once you're actually like really comfortable with the pet sitting aspects, then you can add add-on services, which might be things like cleaning a particular area, like the fridge or your stove and oven, like the kind of stuff that people don't typically like to do and often leave, just don't do. Or don't know, like dishwashers, most people don't know that they're supposed to clean those things, and they're like disgusting inside, and they're probably not actually even cleaning their dishes. Gross. So that creates more income and minimal effort because they get to stay in the house and just get paid for some more time while they're there. Okay, so those are the major streams of income. All at the same time, in the background, I'm building my YouTube channels. I think the art of processing is probably one of the ones that would be the easiest to kind of get it off the ground. Unfortunately, it's not currently accessible to my assistant, so haven't been able to get that off the ground quite yet. But also my H.T. Campbell channel is very likely to be easy to kind of get off the ground because I have so many videos either ready to post or very close. And so it would be pretty easy to set the videos up so that they just release on a daily basis. So I know that if I was actually in an interview, this is, I haven't done a great job of speaking to it, but that's part of why I'm practicing so I can get better at making it concise, staying on track. yeah, so I guess if I went back to the entrepreneur aspect, I did start a handyman service specifically to give my ex-husband, a job. And we ended up hiring we had quite a few employees over the years. Our good friend Bill worked for us for years. And then we started a cleaning service so that we could give his wife a job too. And that was an interesting thing that I got to learn how to do. So we did that for 7 years. We dated at our brother-in-law jobs for years, and then on top of that, we had multiple employees. That would maybe at least 5 to 8 of those kind of folks. And a lot of them got a lot of new skills too that they wouldn't have otherwise known. So I think the combination of creating a handyman service that was very successful, highly rated on like review sites, and really we would have continued to grow if not for the real estate bubble popping in 2008. And handyman is kind of a precursor to indicating that the economy is having a downturn because people stop working on houses and doing maintenance. Okay, so I went off track again. I've been a job creator for my whole life in a variety of ways. Another reason why I am particularly well suited for the things that I want to do is because I have practiced good old-fashioned meeting people face-to-face, shaking hands kind of networking and referrals. So that means you learn about other people who offer a variety of resources, and then you make sure that you give them referrals when you are talking to someone. It sounds like they need that particular service. And depending how good of a job you do on it, eventually you become a resource for people. Just randomly call and say, hey, I'm looking for can you help me? And I love being a resource in that way.
Okay, entrepreneur training, a long-standing part of my also like training new entrepreneurs is something that I've done so much, particularly through network marketing. So a decade of network marketing also taught me how to teach people how to do brand new things, how to encourage people when they're not confident, especially because they're trying to do brand new things that are outside their comfort zone. I even trained the hostesses, like how to have a good product. Candles were what I sold the most. I taught them how to invite their friends, how to prepare for a party. So there's just another thing that makes me particularly well suited is 7 years as a Girl Scout leader. And the reason why that's so good is because I know how to create interesting activities, communicate them in a way that makes sense to even young folks who may or may not have experience with it. If you can communicate clearly with kids, like anywhere from 5 to 12, that was the age I worked with, then you've got some skills around communication in general. A lot of stuff needs to be broken down as if you were talking to kids. And I have been essentially modeling and demonstrating the way to do the kind of networking that I believe we all need to do online. Now I do it online, and I've seen people start to copy me. And I anticipate that honestly, like all of that investment I've been making and like sharing about other people, like once I make it clear what I'm actually doing, I imagine other people will be willing to help me out too. And I might even ask them directly. Okay, yeah, this was a brain dump, and that I definitely wasn't organized, but hopefully it's helped me a bit. I've learned a lot from my current pet sitting client. She is definitely pushing my boundaries. And so I have to be very clear about what my $50 a night rate includes and what it does not. She's made me come at specific times. And I got a call yesterday because I wasn't late yet. I was supposed to be here at 4. I got a call at 3:59. Are you on your way? Yeah, you said 4. I'll be there at 4. And there were 3 times she expected me to be somewhere at a particular time. And I am not down with that. I want a range, and I have a particular time I like to arrive between 11 and 1. If you want something outside that, you got to pay me. Okay. I'm done. I'm at my current client's house. It is time to go in. Yeah. I really look forward to also kind of training like how I consistently make $40 an hour driving rideshare. Granted, I don't drive a ton of hours, but I still make really good money, and